Hello, welcome to game 6. The score is 3-2 in my favor, so I just have to win one more to progress to the next round. So, looking at this board, no villages again. It looks like something to do with money, particularly Fool's Gold, because you have your monastery to trash out there. Remodel also trashes, so on 3-4, I was thinking something like remodel and monastery, or remodel and Fool's Gold, engineer and Fool's Gold and engineer monastery, but I have 2 and 5. And the 5 is good, it gives me a bit more options. 2 is going to be monastery for sure, but the 5, I have 3 options I'm looking at on 5 here. Wine merchant, remodel, and engineer. All of them do similar things in that they help the monastery to trash more than 1 card per turn. Of course, you have to see it together, 30% chance on the reshuffle that happens, right? Or roughly, anyway. Now, which of these is the best one? I go for the wine merchant straight away. Because it could help me buy Fool's Gold more quickly. And my opponent goes for the Engineer. Now, the Engineer, on a decent turn, like nothing extraordinary, could gain you 3 Fool's Gold. 2 from the Engineer itself, plus you have enough money to buy a third Fool's Gold. So I could see it. And perhaps that is the correct opening on the board. Perhaps it is. But um, I went for the Wine Merchant for the buys because I was thinking a bit longer as well, right? Perhaps the buys later would be more impactful in a thin deck with lots of Fool's Gold. You could maybe sneak up to Double Province or get the Province Duchy, and buy is not easy here. The only card that does it is Wine Merchant. So that's why I went for the Wine Merchant, thinking a bit long term. Again, I don't know if that's correct. And I have a very difficult decision here. In the end, I come up with a plan. Alright, so the plan is leave the Wine Merchant on the mat. I'm going to pick up a Remodel here as well as a Fool's Gold, and on this hand, buy an Engineer. So now the deck has 2 cards, Remodel and Engineer, that work well with the monastery. It could have one more in the wine merchant if I liberate it here, but I really need to not pass my turn here. So I do pick up a Fool's Gold and the Engineer there, trashing 1 card with the monastery. Again, Fool's Gold. My opponent is going for a similar strategy, but yeah, is going to win the Fool's Gold split here on the back of that Engineer. I believe it missed the shuffle, but that was okay for him in the end. He was able to get 3 off on that turn and win that split 6-4. So that's bad. My Engineer shows up here when the Fool's Gold are done. So again, perhaps there's merit here to picking up the Engineer first. You can always get the Wine Merchant later. There are hands where you get 6 or 7 with just 2 Fool's Gold and not 3. I go for 3 Poachers here, but I'm an idiot because Poachers are OACs right now because the Fool's Gold are empty. That should have been perhaps like 2 Poachers and a Silver or 2 Silvers and a Poacher. Silver for the Palace points, of course. So 3 is excessive. 2 might be too much. 1 is okay. And here, so there, right? There's a turn where I didn't have 8, but I had enough to buy a Wine Merchant. So yeah, perhaps the Wine Merchant is not the best thing. Losing that Fool's Gold split is going to be devastating because I simply cannot keep up with my opponent and his ability to buy provinces here because I don't have the cash, right? I don't have the Fool's Gold. And not only that, he turns out at the end of the game to be a bit more trashed than I am, so that's very good for him. Very good for him. Here, I'm going to get rid of one of these poachers. 3 of them is too much, and I don't want the remodel to miss the shuffle. The remodel, I think, is going to be important. Coming down to the end, you could remodel province into province and potentially buy one. That kind of play you can make near the end here, so that's why I have the remodel. I like the remodel in the deck. I like opening with a remodel too. But again, perhaps the engineer is the wave just to win the Fool's Gold split. 3 in a turn is better than 2 in a turn. And by the time mines came around, I got mine on the first shuffle, right? Or the second shuffle, depending on how you count. And it was too late. It showed up completely too late. Fool's Gold was completely empty by the time it showed up. So, I mean, if you tell me Engineer is correct on the opening here, I'll believe you. I'll believe you. Anyways, we are here. I am behind on the points. My opponent just has more palace points and more provinces than me, I believe. 5 is going to be a duchy for my opponent. He could consider silver there. I think silver is worth 3 points, but I'll trust that he knows his deck better than I do. Speaking of tracking your deck, I wasn't sure if gold was a point here or if silver was a point, so I just decided to play it safe. And also, I kind of need the points immediately. We are close to the end of the game, so I buy the duchy instead of one of the treasures there. It's fine. Alright, still the 3 points, but it makes your deck a little bit worse. Duchy for my opponent again. I get the province. You have to take it here. I have to get, what, 3 provinces to win and hope my opponent gets none of them. But he's been trashing his fool's gold top deck in gold, so probably has good turns coming. Have to take province here, but my opponent replies with one of his own to take game 6. So we're going down into game 7 here, the decider for round 2. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the finale.